Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy here, DTM. About to do a video marathon. Hope you're stoked for tomorrow's 3-day juice cleanse. I'll just start popping off videos in the morning. Today we're going to talk about Dr. Sebi, the man who taught me everything I know. But before I do, I'm going to make a plug here for my 10 years on YouTube anniversary sale. A full tuition with lifetime access to my website, my online school. So you get everything I've ever produced and created in the last 10 years on social media. So it's like $2,500 worth of live foods, mucusless diet, educational materials, including the all-important Living Foods recipe guide. Can't see that, it's like bright light. The Living Foods recipe guide is full of about 300 raw living food recipes that you can use. I'm going to start slamming out videos tomorrow. Cellulite melter, some detox juice recipes, weight loss, beauty juices, and we're just going to go to town on a video marathon. So go click on the link down below and watch the trailer for that video, and it will explain to you perfectly everything that you get in the 10-year anniversary sale bundle. Awesome. So DTM here chilling. I was just looking at one of my most popular videos, the dissolving mucus and killing biofilms. Dissolve biofilms to kill parasites video. It's one of the most popular videos that I've got. It's about to go up, and in about a half a year, it'll probably be my most popular video. Now, you all know that Dr. Sebi was a teacher of the mucusless diet, but before him, I was inspired by Professor Arnold Ehret, and prior to that, my main mentor was Jesus Christ in the Gospel of Peace, talking about live foods and fasting. And that was about 20 years ago almost. I'm coming up on 20 years on living foods, and it all was kicked off by vegetarianism, actually, in the first place. When my uncle died of colon cancer, he was the original carnivore. His philosophy was real men eat only meat, and me and my brother followed in his footsteps because he was jacked. So me and my brother would eat a lot of meat too and work out like twice a day. Anyways, he died at 50 of colon cancer, and so that's when I began to start looking at vegetarianism. And then that's when I started to drink the wheatgrass. Prior to that, my parents had bought me a juicer at the age of 19. Why they bought me a juicer, stark out of the blue, I have no idea, but I began to juice carrot juice, which actually Dr. Sebi said was a hybrid, I believe. I haven't really watched that many Dr. Sebi videos, and that was the thing. I mean, there was a comment on there where Dr. Sebi taught you everything you know. Why don't you give him credit? The thing is I had been teaching this and living this for about 17 years before I found Dr. Sebi's video. And I really did like Dr. Sebi, and I probably watched 4 or 5 of his videos, and I think it was because this video, being that it was a mucus dissolving video, was somehow associated with Dr. Sebi, and somehow the YouTube algorithms lined those up. So I thought Dr. Sebi was cool, but the thing about Dr. Sebi, well, here's the thing. I mean, if you're African American or black or whatever you want to say, you know, dark skinned, or I don't know what the politically correct term is these days, but that means you're going to believe that Dr. Sebi was the right one. If you're a medical medium fan, you're going to believe that Anthony Williams created celery. You know, so we all have these filters on, but the thing is, I mean, my mentors were Jesus Christ in the first place. I read Chinese medicine. I read about Ayurveda and Jay Kordich and Steve Meyerowitz and Bernard Jensen and Arnold Ehret and Hilton Hotima and Johnny Love Wisdom and Herbert Shelton. And probably my main mentors is Arnold Ehret. And then, you know, and there are hundreds more, believe me, you know, Stephen Herod Buhner on fasting. I read everything about water fasting. that I found these crazy books from way, way, way back. I can't even remember all the names of all the people, of all the writers and educators that have been a part of my journey. But the thing is that, anyways, so in today's day and age, it's my greatest mentors are still alive. They're still with us. And it's my best friend, Tavis Bradley, who's a master healer. Lou Corona is amazing. And Lou Corona's almost 50 years on raw foods, raw, living, vegan foods. One of the strongest humans I know. Tavis is like a halfway between like Buddha, James Bond, and Yoda, all rolled into one. And he's just an awesome friend. He balances me out. And then Robert Morse, absolutely epic human being. You know, and they all have different teachings, but the one thing that lines up with Dr. Sebi and Arnold Ehret, and Robert Morse, and Lou Corona and Tavis Bradley is common sense and truth. So, you know, we're all going to have our filters and say this guy was the one that started it, this guy was the one that started this, and, you know, you all stole this guy's stuff. And at the end of the day, what you find is that those that are seeking truth will find it. And all of those things will line up. And basically the thing that's in common with every single one of these healers that I mentioned is that what we would do, because I've been doing this for a long time too, you know, for myself mostly, but it's an honor to share and teach, because they all taught me, but then it would just became common sense and experience, you know, because no one can tell you about a 40-day water fast until you do one. I read hundreds of books on water fasting, and when I did a 40-day water fast, that's when I learned about all the things that no one ever told me. And that becomes your experience. And that is what you want. You want experience. But the thing is it's common sense is what it is. And it's nature. And what we have all done as healers is we would take human beings who have learned these atrocious habits, who are now living in a time where everyone has the king's disease. You know, hundreds of years ago, the kings, you know, because the kings have unlimited supply and they would stuff themselves. And now that's what we have. We have the king's diseases. Obstruction, well, we had the king's diseases. Now we have the chemical diseases. So back then it was just bad lifestyle, bad hygiene, and overeating. And just bad hygiene, moldy cheese and moldy bread, and no awareness of that type of thing. So it was dirty, slimy, sludgy, poop running on the ground. Johnny's ball rolls through the poop in the alley. Johnny touches the ball. Johnny goes home to the slum where he sleeps with his family of 8. Johnny's got the poop on his hands from the ball rolling through the polio poop, and then he goes home and has rotten cheese and rotten bread, and then he gets polio. You know what I'm saying? So it's the poop and the hygiene. That was where we were before. Now what we're seeing, we cleaned all that up. We got the pipes and we got the plumbing. And then we had refrigeration, so we didn't have as much of the festering. And now what we're seeing is not only stacked on top of that, the fermenting, the putrefying, due to the slimy mucus from the cooked, dead, denatured, mucus-forming foods that lead to putrefaction, rancidification in the human system, in the human pipe system. Now what we're seeing are the chemical diseases. So now people are getting cancer and Alzheimer's and autism and ADD from the synthetic chemicals that have saturated our society. So this week I'm going to do a bunch of videos. I'm going to teach and share. I've been so blessed, and it's not fair that I'm as blessed as I am to be able to flush, because I saw the sky today. I mean, the chemtrails were insane, man. And so I'm starting a chemtrail flush tomorrow, and I'll share that recipe with you, because there are things you can do. I've managed to be a miracle for myself, and I just want to share the miracle for myself. Now I could go on and on about a million things, because there's a lot I want to share to just help people to get truly free. truly free for real. Not just with diet and get your body right, but that's the first step. You get your body right, then you get your heart right, then you get your mind right, then your spirit is right, and then you're free. And there's more and more and more freedom. Can you dig it? Okay, so check out the 10-year anniversary sale right now. There's a link down below. Watch that video and pick that up right now because it's only on sale for a week. $97 for $2,500 worth of educational materials that are popping. Live foods, raw foods, juicing. It's the real deal. Not everyone can handle that level of expansion. You have to be able to transform spiritually. You have to be able to let go of the heaviness and the programming and the conditioning and the rajastic, egoic lifestyle to get calm and centered and let go and live a simple, plain life where how you feel and your own personal happiness is more important than how you look and what other people think of you. Can you dig it? So you can really get in alignment with the one and find more peace and more peace and more peace and more ease and more wholeness. And it can be done because if Dan McDonald can do it, anyone can do it, okay? And it's just, I'm super blessed and I want to thank you. So I'll see you all tomorrow. I'm going to post this right now. Can you dig it? It's just common sense. And the one thing I forgot to say was that the body heals itself. And what all these guys do and what I do is that we take the people with the King's disease that have eaten too much and been exposed to these chemicals in the modern day, and then just too much food, denatured, slimy food, which then clogs up the body. So we take the people and we start slowly moving them in the direction of eliminating the superfluous and simplifying and getting it back to where it's minimalism. Where the less you feed the body, the more the body can give you in terms of health, longevity, energy, and usefulness. But if you bog it down all the time, it's just going to be bogged down, slugged up, slimed up, clogged up. That's dis-ease, obstruction, physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual obstruction. And so the only thing you have to do to heal, this is what we all need to understand. Your body heals itself. Your consciousness heals itself. You have to be willing to surrender to the divine intelligence within you. The divine intelligence digests your food. The divine intelligence beats your heart. The divine intelligence breathes your lungs. And if you can sit still in meditation long enough, you'll see that it actually thinks your thoughts. Then you become tuned in to the divine. Then you become a witness and an observer, and you become consciousness itself. Then you can eradicate all those bad habits, the overeating, the drugs, all of it, everything in our society. I mean, fresh air, sunshine, sleep, rest, simplicity, basic, simple foods that don't clog up your body. Amazing stuff. And then when you do that, your body heals itself. So the only thing we need to know, that was the Dr. Sebi knew this, Arnold Ehret knew it, Robert Morse knows it, Lou knows it, and everybody else, Hilton Hotima especially knew it. He was a freaking genius, man, Hilton Hotima. Look him up, man, and see, that guy was light years ahead of his time. People still can't even begin to wrap their head around what he was saying as far as regeneration. For real, man. We are so degenerated, it's not even funny. We're nowhere near our potential. And that's why we got to strengthen ourselves before we procreate children, so that we can strengthen the upline instead of this degeneration that we're seeing, where one in every other kid's going to have autism because we are not paying attention to what's going on right now. So we need to wise up, and I hope that in some way or another this video was an inspiration to clean, purify, cleanse, regenerate by allowing the divine consciousness to be your guiding light. Can you dig it? Thank you so much. I'll see you tomorrow. Aloha, mahalos, rest in peace, Dr. Sebi, rest in peace, Arnold Ehret. Thank you for just common sense and having the balls to push through these fools with all their suppression of everything that works, because these dudes just want to make money. It's the sickness industry. And it's Satanism thriving off sadness, sickness, suffering, and pain. And we can perpetuate that if we want, and bend over and take it like a big giant gorilla from behind if you want. Or you can stand up and empower yourself and be wise. I'm not saying I have all the answers, but I'm saying I'm not falling for all that crap, okay? You're not going to cut out my organs just because I got a stomach ache, okay? I'm going to clean out my organs. Don't cut out your organs, clean them out. Detox is real, man. And I've been doing this for 20 years, and I'm just getting started, because you are infinitely potential. And that's all I want everyone to know, is to tap into their infinite potential. Don't take all this hoo-ha bull crap from Google suppressing everything, Facebook suppressing everything, and the news media suppressing everything, the medical care suppresses everything, the pharmaceutical companies. It's all bull crap, man. And you can do this, and you can heal yourself. And that's the truth. And the divine intelligence is within you. If you're breathing, you got the divine intelligence, and it's all there for you. I could go on forever. I'm going to shut up now and hit that dang red button and shut myself up. I'm out.